Complete to David Moore. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon. Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throwing the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
From the 24, Watson completes it to the tight end, Kittle. A good pick up there at 20 yards.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
This Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation. Watson now to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
You better talk to your boy. You better talk to your boy. I'm going to protect you.
Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in.
Check. Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Here's Wilson. And the pressure gets to him again. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
Now here's Michael Dixon. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Whoosh. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 46. A shotgun snap for Watson. Looking deep for Julio. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
Mike's 50. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
From the gun, here's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
This is it. 19. Watch my board. Watch the pass. Line him up. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Line him up.
On second down, here's Barkley. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Switch gears, switch gears. Check the hot read. Slam, slam, slam. Check 54. Line him up.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
From the red zone now, Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. D. Ford in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Alert! 50. We ain't giving up nothing today. Hey, check my kind of up.
Now it's Watson. Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Intended for George Kittle. Incomplete. It's now 4th down.
Look at 40. 45. Here we go, D. Anxious.
And this one caught by Des Bryant. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
First down, Seahawks.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
All day, dog. Check.
On second down now, it's Carson. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
50. Check, 56. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now Wilson on first down. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Turn up. Kill.
On second down, it's Carson. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They go play action now. Wilson. He completes it to Bryant. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Carson. And a tackle there by Quan Alexander.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The Seahawks on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. To throw is Wilson. Completes it to Dixon. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one goes for 36 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
And the sense I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it because getting points is paramount. Doesn't matter what you do otherwise, don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. This is Carson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Here we go, D. Here I come again.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Shoot! Watch the shoot! Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Out of the gun, Watson flushed out right. This one into the hands of Metcalf. The reception good for 7. It's third down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't
Yeah,
they?
when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
What we got? Wait.
54 is down, he's coming. 54.
Short. Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Watch the run.
Hey, alert.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
On first down, it's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
I know exactly why I tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
54. Ricky.
Now it's Barkley. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
50. Stay with your man. You go tight. You got
24.
You got tight right there.
Hey, we gotta snap it.
Watson just beating the play clock. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action.
Hey, no, look, we got Mike 50, huh? I got it.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Mike's 50. Hey, they're scared. Orbit. Go, Mike 50. Let's put him on the
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away. and brings up a 4th down decision.
On now is the 27-year-old rookie, Mitch Wisnowski, to punt. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. So let's glance at a player's spotlight now with Russell Wilson. And boy, Charles, they have to find a way to just get him some time to breathe back there. He's been pressured throughout this game.
And I'll bet in his mind he's thinking the focus shouldn't be on how many times I've gone down. It's where is it happening? Where are the breakdowns up front? He'll never say it publicly because good leaders don't do that. But they've got to figure out what's happening in the offensive line to keep people away from him so he actually has a chance to throw the football, because so far that has not been the case.
5 full sacks against him. Now it's Wilson. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. They run it with Carson, and he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Pulled in at the 24. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And out will come the offense as they take over. Week 10 in the NFL coming to a close tonight. Not too early look ahead to Week 11. We've got Thursday Night Football to get us started. The Dog Pound going to be alive and barking. The first meeting of the year between the Steelers and the Browns. And since the Browns came back to Cleveland, the Steelers are 34-6-1 against their rivals. Browns trying to stem that tide. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, G.
From the gun, Watson. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Mike,
Good set. Good 18.
Mike, 5-4. 2, 3.
High 31.
54 is Mike. 54 is
Line
Mike.
him, go.
Watson on 1st down. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Back to the air. Watson on second down. Flush to his right. Caught by Jones. Give him 30 yards there. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
First down and goal to go.
So now following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
To the air yet again, Watson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Leads to second and goal from the 10-yard line.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal.
Here we go. 50, 50. Mike 50. Rip left, rip left. Motion.
Throwing again is Watson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver, but now it's third and goal.
Brings up third down and 10.
This clearly the final play of the half, but no field goal attempt. They're going for it with 3 seconds remaining.
You don't want it.
55.
Mike's 50. Record. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. I'm here all day.
The final shot before the break. Watson forced out to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA. We now proceed to the start of the second half. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them, and they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
They can't hang with us. Motion.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Complete to Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On first down, Barkley. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Watson. Jones has it. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. They'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. So from C. Territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 41. This is Barkley. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
37-yard line.
Again, it's Barkley. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Let's go. Motion, motion, motion.
54 is down. He's coming. Line up, line up.
Watson now to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And this is taken in at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on second and goal here. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Saquon Barkley, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Well, the big play.
Check, 45 to Mike.
No gain on this defense, no gain.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. No down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll make this a second and long.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Here's Carson, and they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Here's Wilson to throw. Complete to Bryant. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's fourth down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they showed confidence in their defense by punting it away.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Now, they were good last time out with a touchdown drive. This go-around, it's not going to be very easy starting from inside their own 5.
But they shouldn't be daunted by it. You work on this the entire offseason. You work on it in practice. It's called coming out session. Start the ball inside the 5, start on the 5 on the 10. They should be ready to go. That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch 54. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike.
Watson. He'll find Metcalf. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
Let's go. Do it.
And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike.
Here's Watson. Dancing to his left. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Hey, watch the lane.
Mike's out.
Now Watson to throw on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Orlando Scandrick. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
All day, baby. Let's get this.
They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Grenade.
Mike, 45. You run.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Bryant has it. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Des Bryant, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks capitalize on this short field as they take it in for 6. Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. Wilson. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
In on the tackle there, Bobby Wagner coming off a 3rd straight All-Pro season.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to keep it here. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Come on, QB, come on.
Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
54, watch 54.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Switch. Hey, 31!
To throw is Watson. Throwing again. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the The Niners on third down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Watson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing. But I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
And down he'll go at the 25. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 8.